Hey there, focused learners, and welcome to today's explainer. So today, we're exploring a pretty radical, but honestly incredibly simple intervention for regaining our attention in the modern age. We're talking about digital handcuffs. We are going to completely break down how to physically restructure our relationship with our devices because, if you've ever felt your attention just constantly slipping away, you are in exactly the right place.
Okay, let's dive into this. Right off the bat, we have to confront the core of the issue. Are you tired of time-wasting apps? Our source material doesn't sugarcoat the problem at all. It zeroes right in on that exact phrase, time-wasting apps. It doesn't dress them up as communication tools or entertainment platforms. No, it directly identifies them by their negative impact on our productivity. These are apps specifically categorized by their ability to just consume our absolutely most valuable resource, our time. We've all known that feeling, right? Opening a phone just to check one little thing and boom, suddenly an hour is gone. Well, this explainer is all about addressing that universal struggle head-on.
Which brings us to Section 1, the time-wasting trap. Now, our source material frames the solution as digital handcuffs, which is basically utilizing external passwords to achieve social focus. Think about that imagery for a second. Handcuffs. It is a strong, definitive, totally physical metaphor. When you put on handcuffs, you are intentionally taking control completely out of your own hands. You're restricting your own digital movement. It's a real acknowledgement that our internal willpower simply isn't enough when it comes to these deeply engineered platforms. We literally need an external restriction, a firm barrier to stop the endless scroll.
Moving on to Section 2, enter digital handcuffs.
And this brilliantly illustrates the massive difference between relying on sheer willpower versus utilizing a strict external lock system. On one side, we've got the old way, knowing your own password. That relies entirely on internal control. That's you telling yourself you just won't log in today, even though you have the key right there in your memory. On the flip side, we have external passwords, which the text specifically refers to as social media locks. Think about it. A lock requires a specific key to open. If you don't have the key, the door stays shut, regardless of how much temptation you feel. By moving the password from your internal memory to an external lock, you completely eliminate the variable of your own discipline in those moments of weakness.
All right, let's look at Section 3, the friend mechanism.
Asking a friend to set a password you don't know. Let that sink in for a moment. This right here is the absolute linchpin of the entire concept. It's slightly humorous when you first think about it, isn't it? Literally handing over your digital autonomy to someone else, but it is incredibly powerful. You're basically enlisting a trusted third-party key holder. Because you physically do not know the password, the habit loop is completely broken. You can't just casually open the app because the barrier to entry now involves a real-world social interaction. You would have to physically go to your friend or call them up and justify exactly why you need the password to that time-wasting app.
So let's break this down into a highly actionable 3-step procedure that transforms the concept of social media locks into reality. Step 1, identify those time-wasting apps. You've got to be honest with yourself about which specific platforms drain your focus. Step 2, ask a friend. Find someone you trust, someone who supports your goals and won't just cave when you're feeling bored. Step 3, they set a password you don't know. The physical act of them typing it into your device while you look away, that is the exact moment the digital handcuffs click shut. It is a highly effective, intensely practical barrier against digital distraction.
Let's move to and see how this builds into Section 4, achieving social focus. So the crucial point is that the ultimate objective here isn't just to punish yourself. The goal of restricting these time-wasting apps is to achieve what the text identifies as social focus. When you remove all that endless digital noise, when you put those apps behind an external password lock held by a friend, what fills the void? True, undistracted focus. You regain the ability to actually be present in your environment, to focus on the tasks, the people, and the physical world right in front of you. These digital handcuffs aren't about holding you back. They're actually about freeing you up to engage fully with the life happening right outside your screen. Which brings us to our final thought. Are you ready to hand over the keys to gain back your focus? We've explored the time-wasting trap, the really simple mechanism of the social media lock, and the ultimate goal of true social focus. The source material lays out a radically straightforward, highly effective blueprint. The only question left is whether you are willing to ask a friend to set that password you don't know. It's a small surrender of control for a massive return in clarity and productivity. Really think about it. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and I hope this deep dive has given you a powerful new tool for your daily life. Keep learning, stay focused, and I'll catch you next time.